Have you ever wondered if there's another version of you living a completely different life in a parallel universe? Maybe in another reality, you chose a different career, made a different decision, or even became famous. This isn't just science fiction, it's a real scientific theory known as the many worlds interpretation, MWI, of quantum mechanics. It suggests that every possible outcome of every decision actually happens, just in separate parallel universes. But is this theory real or just a wild idea? In today's episode, we'll explore the mind-blowing concept of parallel universes and how quantum physics might hold the key to their existence, the mystery of quantum superposition. To understand parallel universes, we need to start with quantum mechanics, the science of the very small. At the quantum level, particles don't behave like tiny solid objects. Instead, they exist in a state of superposition, meaning they can be in multiple places or states at the same time. A perfect example of this is Schrödinger's cat, the famous thought experiment. If a cat in a box is linked to a quantum event that can either kill it or leave it alive, the cat remains in a superposition of both states, alive and dead, until observed. But what happens when you open the box? Does the universe choose one outcome, or do both outcomes happen in separate realities? This is where the many worlds theory comes in. What is the many worlds interpretation? The many worlds interpretation, first proposed by physicist Hugh Everett III in 1957, suggests that instead of collapsing into one outcome, the universe splits into multiple realities, with each possible outcome happening in its own separate universe. For example, imagine you're about to flip a coin. In one universe, it lands on heads. In another, it lands on tails. If the many worlds theory is correct, both realities exist, but in separate parallel universes that never interact. This means that every time you make a decision, whether to take a job, send a text, or even blink, the universe branches out into different versions where all possible choices are played out. In one universe, you're watching this video. In another, you skipped it. Mind-blowing, right? Does this mean there are infinite versions of you? If the many worlds interpretation is true, then there are countless versions of you living out different possibilities. In one reality, you might have moved to another country. In another, you became an astronaut. In yet another, you never existed at all. But if these universes exist, why can't we see them? The theory suggests that these parallel worlds are completely separate from our own, meaning we have no way to interact with them, at least not yet. Some scientists believe that if we could develop a deeper understanding of quantum mechanics, we might one day find a way to detect or even communicate with other universes. But right now, this remains one of the biggest mysteries in physics. Is there any scientific proof? So, is there any real evidence for the many worlds theory? The short answer is not yet. Scientists have conducted experiments that seem to support the idea that quantum events don't have a single fixed outcome, but no one has been able to prove the existence of parallel universes. One of the biggest clues comes from the double-slit experiment, which shows that particles can act like waves, existing in multiple states at once. Some physicists argue that this could mean particles are interacting with versions of themselves in parallel universes. Another theory suggests that black holes could be gateways to other realities, or that dark matter, the invisible substance making up most of the universe, could be evidence of another dimension interacting with ours. While we don't have direct proof yet, many scientists believe the many worlds theory is one of the best explanations for why the quantum world behaves so strangely. Could we ever travel between parallel universes? One of the most exciting ideas is the possibility of traveling between parallel universes. If the many worlds theory is correct, is there a way to jump from one reality to another? Some theories suggest that if we could manipulate quantum mechanics at an advanced level, we might be able to open wormholes or use quantum teleportation to access parallel realities. Science fiction stories often explore this idea, from Marvel's multiverse to movies like Interstellar and Everything Everywhere All at Once. But right now, the idea of traveling to another version of our universe remains purely theoretical. However, if quantum mechanics has taught us anything, it's that the universe is far stranger than we ever imagined. So who knows what the future holds? So are we truly living in just one universe? Or are we just one of infinite realities playing out simultaneously? The many worlds interpretation challenges everything we think we know about existence. What do you think? Are parallel universes real? Let me know in the comments. Don't miss the next episode. In our next deep dive, we'll explore the simulation hypothesis, the idea that our entire reality could be nothing more than a computer program. Subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated with our series, Quantum Physics and the Universe. Comment below. If you could visit a parallel universe, what's the first thing you'd do?